What's up guys, it's PES HD here, and for this video I decided to create the Arsenal's Invincibles squad from the 2003-2004 season and do a Premier League playthrough with them to see how they get on in the modern era. So we have Bergkamp there on the screen. I created Thierry Henry. Some of the players were already in the game, like the ones with the real faces there. You'll see Lundberg, and I found Fabregas but just put his age down to what he was in 2003, which was 16. So we have Wiltord there as well. I only went through the effort of having 3 subs on the bench, so I could have made more players like Kanu, etc. But I went for Wiltord as my main attacking sub because he's pretty versatile. And then I had Fabregas and Clichy on the bench. So our starting 11 doesn't really change from game to game. Now, into this game against Crystal Palace, we're getting a chance here to double our lead, but it's a good save. So we went 1-0 up. We're looking for that second goal, and we have a chance here. Henry gets off the mark, so it does look pretty accurate, Henry's face there. And now Kolo Toure, I decided to put him as our starting centre back. Didn't make any more defenders, just Kolo Toure and Sol Campbell rock solid at the back. So there's Henry getting a shot stopped up against Aston Villa here. So yeah, the question is really, would this Arsenal squad be able to go unbeaten in the 2020 to 21 season? Personally, I don't think so, because just how competitive the Premiership is, with Liverpool getting trashed by Aston Villa, and just some crazy results like that are happening this year. So there is a lot more depth in the mid-table teams. So there's Perez linking up with Henry, and the shot gets stopped. But yeah, this Invincibles team did draw 12 games, which, as we've seen in the last 2 seasons, you do need above 90 points to win the league. So it is a tough ask when you're drawing so many games. Now Bergkamp is hitting a long one from outside the box. Keeper saves it. And this game seems to be going on for quite a while now, but it's coming towards the end and we concede there. So that's not the kind of result we wanted, a 2-2 draw. But we move on, and another draw against Leicester City. So a bit of lag there, but Gilberto Silva pops up with a goal. So it's rare for Gilberto Silva to get forward, because we have 2 defensive midfielders, him and Vieira is more creative when he gets on the ball and attacks. So he does a lot of good defensive work for us, Gilberto Silva. Now 1-0 up against Newcastle. We're just trying to hold out here, which we do. So I played these first few games on Legendary, then I decided to change it to Top Player because the games were pretty low scoring and I felt like I was just going to draw way too many games. So after the Tottenham game, which is coming up soon, I changed the difficulty to Top Player. So Jens Lehmann is doing a good job for us in goal. Actually, he's pulling off the saves that we need him to do. As you'll see there, we're in 5th place, 3 wins and 2 draws. So Burnley here. Again, all of the teams we're playing so far are mid-table to bottom half teams. Well, that's what you'd expect them to be in real life most of the time. But as I was saying here, low scoring games. Vieira is looking to create something. He gets it up to Henry, who finishes, just cut out a bit quickly, and then we concede a goal. So Henry's going to try to get us back in front. Almost hit the crossbar, but I think the keeper got a hand to that one. And now Henry is setting up for Bergkamp. Bergkamp can't score that one. Then Henry does hit the crossbar this time, trying to get something to happen with the header, but it doesn't go. Then Perez setting up a chance for Henry to turn, so just at the very end there we get the win against Southampton. Now we're on to the Tottenham game. vicious derby here, and Henry gets his chance to slot that one away. So that was the only highlight in the entire game, and you see we're slowly climbing up the table, but for this Chelsea game I'm on top player, so you'll see when the action really starts to kick off here, just way more chances being created. So I put Henry's rating to 95 since I was creating him as he's not in the game already as a legend, so I think that was a pretty fair rating for him, considering he was regarded as possibly the best player in the world at that time. And now we have Ljungberg trying to set it up for Henry. I was quite disappointed with Ljungberg when I used him in this game, and Pires as well. Is kind of hard with whatever way I was playing to get them into the game, since they're playing right and left mid, but I put Bergkamp in slightly behind Henry, so Bergkamp creates most of Henry's chances here, since he's playing on the shoulder of the last defender. So we win that game 3-2, and now we're into a game against West Brom. So Henry is passing with Bergkamp. Ljungberg ends up getting a tackle there, just squaring it across for an easy tap in. So that was a lucky goal, but we'll take him. Now Bergkamp trying to put it across the box again, I think. Ends up with Henry, who finishes it. So Henry really starts to take off here with the goal scoring, and I'm going to split this series into just 2 parts. So there's going to be 18 games in this one and 18 in the next. Now Bergkamp up against Fulham here. We took the lead at 1-0. Then Bergkamp gets... We score another lucky goal there, just deflection, and then we finish it. So Henry is really making the most of these through balls here. He's just scoring for fun. Then a lovely turn. We do the Bergkamp flick. Doesn't really go around the side of the player, just... Oh, that was nice. So Man City don't really have an answer for us here, whatever way their tactics are set up. We're just feeding Henry non-stop, and he's scoring for us. Now Ljungberg hits one, but it's saved. And Gilberto Silva gets it to Henry. Will Tord is making his first appearance for us here. I almost forgot I had him in the squad, then I started bringing him off the bench, and that's where he's most effective. So Henry passes it to Ljungberg here, and doesn't manage to squeeze that one in. Now Bergkamp with Akers in front of him. Can he find someone to play through? Finds Henry, who makes space for himself, and all of those finesse goals are starting to tally up now. So Will Tord linking with Henry, looking for the return, and he absolutely smashes that goalkeeper. Had to be stuck like a statue. So we're getting fairly good lead in the table now, and we're up against Everton. So Henry does another turn, blasts it past the goalkeeper, and here he is taking the cut inside. Doesn't manage to get by because he's taken down, but it's a lovely free kick. We finally put one into the net, and this is just coming up to that halfway point in the season here, as you'll see the snow on the pitch. So I have a few ideas for more series coming up, and I might do an AC Milan playthrough, but I'm not too sure yet. But I will definitely be doing a Become a Legend for PES 21. So Ashley Cole gets it back to Bergkamp, and Henry finishes again. So as I was saying, since we put the difficulty top player, the chances are really increasing for us. But in future episodes, or in future series rather, I'm going to be playing on Legendary, just because to keep it challenging. Now Henry scores their simple game 1-0 against Sheffield. Now he does the signature turn again. It's really just turning into a highlight reel of Henry's goals, but we are showing the goals we concede as well, which isn't many at this point. Now that was a lovely turn. Gonna have to show the replay on that one. Well, 2-footed tap and then bottom corner finesse shot. Now we bring on Wiltord in this game. Nothing happens there at the end of that, so into the next game against Liverpool. And Bergkamp is looking for room. Gets it to Henry, who finishes nicely. So I did think this is going to be a close game, since Liverpool are one of the highest rated teams in this game, but their defence just had no answer for this, and we double our advantage there. So we caught them out on the counter attack a few times, and we're going again here. Bergkamp gets space in front of him, playing it through to Henry. Easy finish for him. No way the keeper was going to stop that. So we're looking to add a bit more misery to Liverpool here, just for the humiliation. Bergkamp to Lundberg. Henry gets his space at the edge of the box. Now Vieira to Wiltord. Plays it through to Henry yet again, and it's almost like they don't want to mark him anymore. So that was 4 goals for Henry there, and we're we're 5 points ahead now thanks to that win against Liverpool. So thanks for watching, guys.